Today for Goop, I'm going to prepare for you one of my favorite recipes from my cookbook, Meals from the Homes of Privileged Celebrities, of which I wrote every single word. It's a Spanish frittata. This dish was one of my late father's favorites. I miss him so much. As a Hollywood television producer, my dad, Bruce Paltrow, opened the doors for me to become who I am today, a lifestyle blogger and Oscar-winning actress, the mother of 2 precociously named children, and the wife of a rock star, the best friend of so many important celebrities like CeeLo and Cameron Diaz, and the former best friend of superstar Madonna and Winona Ryder. Not to mention the ex-girlfriend of some majorly hot dudes. Been there, done that, Angelina. But back to this frittata. This dish is healthy and delicious, and I can't wait to share it with you. Let's start with the eggs. A lot of people like to use ordinary eggs, but I differentiate myself by using a combination of Fabergé and dodo bird eggs. They're a little bit harder to find, but if you know the right antiquities people at the Natural Museum of History, you should be fine. We need 8 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 8. Perfect. Now we just need to beat the eggs. I use this instrument here, which I picked up at this boutique cookware shop at this little cute store in San Francisco called the Elite 1%. At $457, it was a bargain. And the owner was so nice, they threw in samples of their gold-coated aluminum foil, which for only $65 a roll, adds a little bit of chic to your leftovers. That is, if you eat leftovers. I'm not even really sure what a leftover is, so we just need to beat these lightly. Next we need salt, but not just any salt. I only use salt from the Dead Sea, specifically salt that was once adjacent to the Dead Sea Scrolls. I know what you're thinking, where am I going to get Dead Sea Scrolls salt? Well, here's a little tip from me. I always just stock up on a few extra bags during my annual trip to Atlantis. Don't forget to check out Goop for my guide to the latest shopping in hottest restaurants in Atlantis. So for the frittata, we only need a pinch of salt. Now, because this is a Spanish frittata, we can't forget our special Spanish ingredients. Seafood. This seafood reminds me of Chris Martin, the lead singer from Coldplay and my husband's newest nickname for me, Cold Fish. He called me that in bed last night. I always like my seafood to fly in 0 gravity before I cook with it, so this seafood has actually orbited the Earth 3 times. Now for the secret ingredient, sangria. I always pour a little bit of sangria into the Holy Grail to waken up the flavor. Now we just mix this up, pour it into our dish. So we just pop this into the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees, and voila, we've got a perfect Spanish frittata. Luckily for us, we don't have to wait. My good friend Mario Batali, who didn't help me write my cookbook at all, has already made one for us. I really love this oven mitt that Zoe Deschanel made for me. Not very practical though. Before digging in, I usually garnish with some frankincense, gold, and myrrh direct from the Magi themselves. Oh, and the Hope Diamond too, but that's just me. Feel free to make this recipe your own. It's so delicious. It reminds me of having a threesome with Ben Affleck and Luke Wilson at that boutique hotel in Barcelona, which at $15,000 a night was quite a steal. Don't forget to read about it on Goop. Do not play a bassoon.